Thank you, and we're finalizing our video series today by talking about the benefits of hiring an attorney to help you resolve your North Carolina traffic citation. Before we go in any further, I do want to just clarify that our firm, iTicket.law, only represents traffic citations in the state of North Carolina. So what I'm talking about today and mostly applies to North Carolina, but probably can be generalized in terms of hiring an attorney nationwide. The benefits of hiring an attorney are basically twofold when you're talking about resolving a traffic citation. First, there's the added value of experience, and secondly, there is the opportunity cost of handling it on your own. So when first looking at the added value of experience, you have to understand that as attorneys, we don't have any sort of undue influence over the court. We can't just go in and speak sweet words to the judge or the DA to have your case dismissed. What we can use is our experience and our knowledge of the court system, of North Carolina traffic law, of North Carolina insurance regulations, to try to come to the very best beneficial resolution of your case through working through the legal process. Now, when thinking about the added value of our experience, North Carolina attorneys who focus on traffic law, that's mostly what they do every day on a daily basis. So they have that experience that comes with being in front of the court every single day, of talking with the district attorney about similar cases every single day, and they're able to bring that experience and that knowledge to bear in your particular case. When thinking about handling a citation on your own, oftentimes at the office here, we liken it to what happens if you have leaky pipes at your house. Do you want to call a plumber to help you resolve that situation, or do you want to handle it on your own? Now, if you're an experienced plumber in your own right, and you look down in your basement and you see a bunch of leaky pipes, you can jump down there with your tools and fix it right there on the get-go. But if you don't have any experience in fixing leaky pipes, if you've never done a plumbing job in your life, if you get under your house and try to start messing around with your plumbing, there's a very good chance that you're going to be flooding the house. And that's something that can have long-lasting consequences. Similarly, having an attorney help you resolve a traffic citation brings their experience and their knowledge to bear in resolving that situation. Whereas if you go in there and try to handle your traffic citation yourself, there's a good chance that you may not know what the best resolution to your case would even be. And that means that whether or not you're able to negotiate an outcome with the district attorney yourself, you might not know that that outcome could lead to a drastic increase of your insurance premium, or potentially even suspension of your license from 30 days to 1 year. We get calls to our office all the time from people who've handled a traffic citation on their own. They've then realized 30 to 60 days after the fact that the way that they've closed that case has caused a suspension of their license, and now they need to hire us after the fact to come back in and reopen that case, which is oftentimes much more expensive than if they had simply called us on the front side of the case to handle it originally. So what we have to understand is that there is an added value to the experience that our attorneys or any other attorney can bring to the table in resolving your traffic citation that is invaluable in making sure that the case is handled right the first time around, rather than having to come back and pick up the pieces after the fact. Now, secondly, there's a simple opportunity cost in handling a citation yourself. When appearing in court, it is not unusual for you to have to appear at 8:30 in the morning, and you may not get out until 12:30, noon, maybe even later, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and there is no guarantee that your case will actually be heard on the hearing date that you've been told to be in court. Because if you go up to the DA and try to contest any of the charges against you, they're going to tell you that they need to subpoena the officer and have that officer brought in for a trial. That means that you're going to need to come back on another day when the officer's present. If the officer doesn't show up the next time that you're scheduled to be in court, the DA will ask the court to give them a continuance to allow the officer to appear, and then you're going to have to come back to court a third time, maybe even a fourth or a fifth, depending on how lenient the court is on allowing the subpoenaed officer to appear. So when thinking about handling a traffic citation yourself, you have to realize that there's an opportunity cost. You're going to have to take off vacation time, sick time, maybe even make your boss mad by having to call in very late at the last minute because you decided that you didn't want to hire an attorney. Whereas if you do decide to hire an attorney, you don't have to worry about taking that time off, which many times would be a loss of income that would be equal to or greater than what it would cost to hire an attorney to represent you in the first place. So understanding that there is an opportunity cost in representing yourself, and coupling that with the added value of the experience that an experienced attorney would bring to the table in representing you, our advice is that it's always a better bet to hire an attorney to represent you to help resolve a North Carolina traffic citation.